Yeah,
So
no,
I
they
can't
were.
imagine spending 15 years with something and then like being so hyped for their next album,
And then it just be like,
then being like,
what?
I'm sorry, Taylor
Yeah.
Swift? What?
Yeah.
What?
Man, you called him Taylor Swift. That is cold.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Arsenic and Espresso, a podcast where we react to metal music. We are reacting to the Architects' latest song, Animals.
Mhm.
I don't know if I've ever heard the Architects. Is it Architects or the Architects?
Architects.
Okay.
Just
No,
architects. No, the.
No, the. Okay. According to a few people, they are the single most like ripped off band in the metalcore scene.
Yeah, Finn McKenty says so. And I'm not super familiar with all their stuff. But I know they're more. They're a staple in the metalcore community for sure.
Yeah.
This song I've listened to several times and I absolutely love it. Yeah, I really like this song. But it's not their traditional sound.
What does that mean? Like, is it
a
less
lot of,
heavy?
Yeah, it's less heavy, but a lot
Okay.
of people. I won't say too much. I want to hear your reaction, but
Okay.
a lot of people have given them some flack for moving away from, I guess, their traditional sound. I know we haven't seen that before ever, right? Okay, are you ready for this one?
Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, Animals.
By Architects.
Do my best, but everything seems ominous. Not feeling blessed, like the opposite. This shouldn't feel so monotonous. It never rains, but it pours. We're just a bunch of fucking animals.
I obviously don't know how heavy they used to be. Or what have you. But all this makes me think it's a little bit more on the artistic side. The music video, the progression of the song, it's all a little bit more artsy than traditional metalcore metal. And so for me, my automatic thought is like, he's just going through like a bit of like an artistic crisis. Like he's just got some stuff he's got to get out.
Yeah.
That doesn't necessarily fit that like niche of metalcore.
Yeah.
It's still a really heavy song.
It is.
And if you were to play it for someone who doesn't listen to metal, they would be like, "Oh yeah, that's like super super heavy."
Right. Okay. So this part right here, the like synthesizer, whatever that sound is, it reminds me of War of the Worlds.
Yes.
With the alien ships,
Yes.
right?
Yes, definitely.
Every time, and I'm like, oh, War of the Worlds.
Aliens.
Right.
Buried under diamond in the mud, infinity is where
But also the music video reminds me a lot of Parasite Eve, the way that they
It reminds me of Parasite Eve, but it's also reminding me, simply because of the like shrouded figure, it's reminding me of Skinned, because we just reacted to Jim Jones by Skinned, and that whole video there's shrouded
figures,
ghost-like figures, and so I'm getting those same kind of
creepy,
vibes too.
We're just a bunch of fucking animals. We're afraid of the outcome. Don't cry to me because the fiction that we're living in says I should pull the pin. Should I just pull the pin? Should I just pull the pin? Should I just pull the pin? Should I just pull the pin?
Okay, so as someone who has never knowingly listened to Architects before, I thoroughly enjoyed that song. I mean, those drums were killer. Those breakdowns were fantastic. Like, yeah, the song was slower. Yeah, it was pretty clean vocals throughout.
Right.
But like overall, it was still a pretty heavy song.
It had a really heavy sound to it. Like, I mean,
did.
comparing it to new Bring Me the Horizon, it was still heavier than Bring Me the Horizon, right?
Yeah.
And I think they're not getting as much flack, but there definitely were a handful of people that like spoke out about it.
Yeah.
Like, what are they doing? Right.
Well, and I think it is definitely always weird, at least what I've seen in the metal community, when someone gets a little too artistic, people freak out. People are like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like,
yeah.
you're getting real emotional here.
Well,
That's
I
not
think-
quite what we signed up for. You know, like we've talked about, metalcore kind of evolved from this like punk scene and this hardcore scene where it was all about being chaotic.
Yeah.
And then metalcore was like, we want chaos, but we also want like really intentional like guitar riffs and stuff.
Right.
So a lot of metalcore fans are okay with some refinement.
Right.
But when it gets too formal sounding,
'Cause, like,
it
this-
can be a turn
This
off.
song is not chaotic at all.
No.
Like it's a very
It has very traditional song progression.
yeah.
Very traditional song progression.
Yeah, and it's not over synthesized, right?
Mhm.
There's just parts of it that are yeah, I don't know. I don't see anything wrong with this song.
Yeah.
I like this song.
But I
lot.
can see why like a traditional metalcore fan wouldn't super like this song. Because it is more that like radio friendly melodic song that just doesn't quite fit a lot of metalcore fan.
Yeah. I gotcha.
Whatever's,
and
you
I
know?
think, and I think that that's honestly that honestly only hurts the metalcore scene and the metal scene in general.
Yeah.
Because the mainstream has turned its eye away from metal for the most part.
Yeah.
I mean,
majorly.
it really, really has. And so when you get something like this that is still very metal, I mean, it is
It's
a
still
metal
heavy, yeah.
song. But it has sort of these elements that can draw in the mainstream again, without sacrificing its roots, which I really feel like the song has done. I don't understand why anybody has a problem with it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I think because you said that it really only hurts the metalcore community to not be okay with something like this, and I think that kind of, I mean, that needs to be a blanket statement for really fans of any art, any music, whatever, because your favorite artist one day might want to try something different.
right.
And if you're a fan of who they are and what they do, you should be willing to support them through their experiment of something different and new.
Yeah.
Even if it's not your exact cup of tea. I mean, I've said several times that it's probably safe to say for me, Evanescence is my favorite band. She's put out some stuff that I don't listen to.
Right.
It's not because I suddenly don't like the band. And I still consider her one of my favorite artists, right?
Okay. Yeah.
It's just, some of the stuff wasn't quite my cup of tea, but instead of complaining about it, I just listened to the stuff that was my cup of tea.
Yeah, because she didn't write it for you.
Right. She wrote it for other reasons.
Yeah.
You know, for
makes
herself. I feel like a lot of times when artists go so far beyond what we're used to hearing, they are experiencing something themselves that they want to work out through their music, through their art medium.
Yeah.
And then you also have the other side of that where there's just bands who completely change their sound, like we've said, Asking Alexandria.
I was just about to say, on that note, Asking Alexandria is terrible and a
Yes.
sellout, and their latest album is still trash.
Yeah,
But
because then you go full Fall Out Boy, and you're just like, what?
What happened?
And like it's one thing for a band to experiment with other genres and other sounds. We've talked about it. I mean, till we're blue in the face, the genre bending that Bring Me the Horizon does. There's a difference between that being well-rounded musicians who try new things, being an artist who wants to experiment with new things, and just completely selling out and then expecting your fans to be okay with it. So
no,
there is a difference.
They completely just said, like, peace out, guys. We're going to go grab this money.
Yeah.
Like, that's what they said.
Yeah.
And they never said a word on it.
That's so weird that they changed so drastically. Like, I'm just trying to think of a band that, like, I listen to. If they changed their sound that drastically, like how it would make me feel, and it would just be so confusing. Because this, like, I mean, how long has Asking Alexandria been a band?
For a long, I mean, since metalcore was a thing.
Yeah, so like early 2000s, mid 2000s.
Yeah.
So like they've had fans for like 15 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so
no,
I
they
can't
were.
imagine spending 15 years with something and then like being so hyped for their next album,
and then be like,
then being
what?
like, I'm sorry, Taylor Swift? What?
Yeah.
What?
Man, you called him Taylor Swift. That is cold. That is cold.
I like Taylor Swift.
Anyways.
Not that much of an insult.
It is when you're talking about a metal band.
Anyway.
Anyways, let's
this
read
is
those.
about Architects, not
Yeah.
Asking Alexandria.
Let's read those lyrics.
All right. Animals by Architects. I want to say The Architects so bad. Okay. I do my best, but everything seems ominous. Not feeling blessed, quite the opposite. This shouldn't feel so monotonous. It never rains, but it pours. Side note, I know I've interrupted every single one of our lyric videos or lyric breakdowns in the last like 5 videos, but not feeling blessed. Like right now in social media, everyone is like #blessed, like,
yeah.
And it all it does is perpetuate that lie that everyone's life is like so perfect, and it's really only yours that isn't perfect.
Right.
When in reality, everyone is so #blessed.
Nobody has a perfect life, and they all have their own struggles. But some of us are just really good about showing the parts that are.
Yeah, truly. Okay, moving on. We're just a bunch of fucking animals, but we're afraid of the outcome. Don't cry to me because the fiction that we're living in says I should pull the pin. Should I just pull the pin? Should I just pull the pin? I dug my heels. I thought I could stop the rot. The ground gave way. Now I've lost the plot. Fucked it again. That was all I've got. It never rains, but it pours. Life is just a dream within We're just a bunch of fucking animals, and we're afraid of the outcome. Don't cry to me because the fiction we're living in says I should pull the pin. Buried under the dirt, a diamond in the mud. Infinity is waiting there because nobody can burn a glass cathedral. A dream within a dream. A dream within a dream. Within, We're just a bunch of fucking animals, but we're afraid of the outcome. Don't cry to me because the fiction we're living in says I should pull the pin. We're just a bunch of fucking animals, but we're afraid of the outcome. Don't cry to me because the fiction we're living in says I should pull the pin. Should I just pull the pin? Should I just pull the pin? Buried under the dirt, a diamond in the mud. Should I just pull the pin? Infinity is waiting because nobody can burn a glass cathedral. Should I just pull the pin? I love the Edgar Allan Poe reference.
I didn't catch it.
A dream within a dream.
Oh.
Yeah.
That one.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The obvious one.
I dig this song. I think it's a good song. I think the lyrics they're really deep. They're pretty dark. They're pretty heavy in their own right.
I think when you interrupted to say your thoughts on it, I mean, I really think that encompasses a lot of the thoughts, right? Like, we got a pretty good life, but because we're living in this fiction, right, posting, and this might be not what they meant at all, but because we're living in this fiction and posting just our best attributes, trying to tell everybody else how perfect our world is, right? We're really a diamond just covered in mud, right? We got a great life, but we feel like crap. We feel like trash. Because we're not what we say we are.
Yeah, because it is a lie.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
we're just trying to prove to everybody else that we're awesome
Yeah.
when we.
Okay, but we also, if you haven't watched it, we just reacted to Bring Me the Horizon featuring Danny Filth, their song Wonderful Life. And I interpreted the song as them saying, like, yeah, kind of fuck everybody else. Like, I'm happy and content with my life. And
Right.
I don't mind that people don't care if I live or die. Like, it is what it is. I'm happy. And I'm getting kind of the same thing from this, just in the sense of, like, I feel like we've had a lot of social media type songs we've reacted to, Nightwish as well. You know, just a commentary on the current social media digital age
Yeah.
and how it has affected our lives, how it has affected how we live / don't live our lives.
Yeah.
You know, and so this kind of that same thing, that dream within a dream, like, are we even living in our reality? Are we simply creating a reality online for people to believe?
Right.
And the true reality is not at all what they see. All the social commentary.
Yeah.
The bottom line is maybe delete Instagram if you feel like it.
I mean, Twitter has fleets now, so who really
Twitter
needs?
has fleets. This is just me talking. Delete pages that make you feel bad. Stop
Yeah.
following content that makes you feel bad about yourself, about your life, about anything that you do,
What's that?
even if it's family.
What's the lady's
Unfollow
name
'em.
who cleans up your house?
Marie Kondo.
Yeah.
Kondo, all of your social media.
All of it. All of it. Yeah. Especially if it's family and they make you feel like trash. Just delete them.
Just delete
Just
them.
get rid of it.
Stop following them. If it doesn't spark joy, throw them out.
Yes.
Throw them away.
And live your life.
Yes. So, soapbox done. Thank you for watching this video. Leave a thumbs up if you like architects. Subscribe to this channel if you're interested in what else we have to say about other bands sometimes. And hit the bell if you want to see what we say about other bands all of the time. Also, for those of you who stuck all the way to the end, next week we will be... what are we doing next week?
Underground bands.
Underground bands.
Yeah.
Next week, we will be reviewing and reacting to a bunch of underground bands starting on Monday, the 23rd.
Yeah.
So definitely stick around for those.
And we just actually reviewed the first one.
Yeah.
And it gives you 2013's metalcore vibes,
Yes.
like to a T.
Yes.
They've done it so well. And these guys have like 200 subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah.
So that's sort of the kind of stuff that you'll see. And I know if you've stuck around this long on an architect's video, you'd probably appreciate to see that too. So yeah, give it a look when it comes out.
Yeah.
And if you dig it, make sure you send them a comment, a nice word or something. Just encourage them, because man, there's some really good bands out there that just don't have the views that they deserve.
Yeah, they don't get enough attention. And so that's our intention, is to bring attention to these bands who deserve it, because a lot gets lost in this new fantastic digital age, and so we're going to do our best to keep the spotlight on some new people.
Yep.
So all that to say, thank you so much. Check out our videos coming up. Check out our old videos too. If you haven't watched any of our other videos, we've got some pretty good ones. So we also have merch. You can check that out too. Thank you so much, and we will see you later.
Peace.